All right, and we're back with Athletic Arena Podcast. I know we missed last week, but I was on vacation, so we went ahead and skipped the episode for last week. But I I missed last week by one game, and that was your Steelers.
Me too.
If I had, and it was in two different parlays. If they both would have hit, I would have turned $4 into $180.
I'm not gonna say how much it was for me,
Oh,
but yeah,
I can imagine.
yeah.
I
But
keep
it is what it is.
I keep telling everybody, you gamble too much. You gamble too much. I'm putting fucking $4 or $5 bets in. Like, how's that gambling too much? Like,
I'm like $5. I ain't doing no crazy shit.
yeah, no, I ain't doing nothing crazy. Bro, that's the only thing bad about Hawaii when I was there.
Well,
Gambling's illegal. You couldn't FanDuel, you couldn't DraftKings, couldn't. The only thing that worked for me was Bovada. That was the
mhm.
only thing that worked for me. And yeah, no casinos, no nothing over there. So, of course, when we got back, went ahead and hit up the casino, walked out with some money.
I seen that.
Which is which is fun, help pay for vacation a little bit. But other than that, bro, what else? Of course, Burrow's hurt. He's out. What? They're thinking till I think they said December 15th
Yeah,
after
bro.
after the second Ravens game.
Jaden
Um,
Daniels hurt.
yep.
David McCarthy's out.
Mm. Justin Fields is hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Baker, well, the way he finished the game, he he's probably gonna need some rest. I don't see him practicing all week very hard. Um, a lot of injuries, lot of injuries. Um, before we get into the games, let's talk about all these injuries and free agents and everything else going on. Who's going where? Which quarterback is going to which team? There's talks of Malik Willis going to the Bengals. There's talks of uh Mike White playing. I don't know who these other guys are that the Bengals signed today. I have no idea who they are besides Mike White. But to me, dude, go get Jameis Winston. That dude's gonna play his heart and soul and put everything out there.
I was like, hold on, why does this sound familiar? I was like, hold on. So the Saints had him. Well, it is what it is. They'll be all right.
Yeah,
I guess they got a plan. I mean, because yeah,
I don't.
that's what I was like, hold on, where they had him, didn't play him, and yeah, oh yeah, I guess they got a plan. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and Jameis is a free agent. Like you don't even have to. I guarantee you can get him for a league minimum, which Bengals got that. It's okay. We have enough for that. But
Oh no, he's not. He's on the Giants, but
is he on the Giants?
yeah, I mean the disrespectful part is that he's the second string quarterback, not he's the third string, not the second.
That's
So he's
terrible.
behind Jackson.
That's
Yeah.
terrible. Make a trade for him. Pick him up. Don't go to Cleveland and try and get Shador. No. Leave Shador over there in Cleveland. Go get Jameis Winston. Yeah, he's gonna throw 3 or 4 interceptions a game, but he's also gonna throw about 5 touchdowns and 800 yards in that game. I mean, if you all you I seen today, if the Bengals can win 5 out of the next 12 games, when Burrow comes back after the second Baltimore game, we'll still be in the hunt for playoffs.
Easily.
So my next thing is there's no way Joe Burrow could get MVP this season
Yep. True.
because he's only going to play what, 5 games, five and a half
Mhm.
games. So there's no way he's going to be able to win MVP this season. So you can count that out.
Your future's bet.
Ugh, terrible. But I mean, it was a decent bet. But I still do have now Jamar Chase can get offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
Like I still have that bet in. So
In which that's between him and Saquon last year. That could have been like whatever, you know.
yeah,
That they were both. Jesus
neck and
Christ.
neck.
Exactly. And plus, when he plays, hey, and this is my thing every time. Hey, I'm a Steelers fan, of course, but Jamar Chase against the Ravens is the craziest thing. It's easy. It's like 172 touchdowns every time. Easy money.
I
I
well,
don't know what he got against him. He just, but then again, their pass defenses. I mean, our pass defense is trash. Their shits is, whoo.
but then again, we ain't gonna have Joe Burrow. That's
Yeah.
what it is. That's why Jamar gets so much, is because he got Burrow throwing the ball. Don't get me wrong, Jake Browning in his career has thrown over 70%. That's a good completion rating. Don't get me wrong. He just doesn't have look at the mistakes he made this week. Three interceptions. It should have been four. He just got lucky on a couple of them. And I don't know. To me, Bengals need to look somewhere differently at quarterback. Um, over to a different team. Oh, Mekhi Pfeiffer over there in Green Bay has renewed his what is it? His
Who?
attitude. He's actually I've had to eat my words the last few weeks. Yes,
Nah,
he's
I
on a
never
snap
had
count.
him.
I mean, he's been getting after the run. I mean, yes, he's limited on snap count, so
Yeah,
of course he's going to be
it's
fresh.
not even. He looks as if he's getting after the run. He's not tackling nobody, but it's not even him right now. I mean, how I look at things, that dude Rashad Gary is. I did not know. I didn't. I knew he was okay. He's looking like, yeah, he could be up there for defensive player of the year easily because
It's
he's the one generating a lot of pressure. And he's already got what 2.5 sacks.
yeah.
So probably three actually. So yeah, that's he's. Whew.
Hell, I'm
And the easiest part is, I mean, how their defense is going now. I mean, how they're playing that shell defense, and they're not really getting. This thing is about the Packers. They're not really getting pressure on the pass. They're like, okay, we're gonna play. We're gonna rush these three and these four. We're gonna have this dude back, and they shelling up around it. So when those dudes come in and they get there because you're not gonna have nobody open. Your first read is gonna be taken away. So you pretty much they're just ballooning right behind everybody in front of them. So you can't get nothing.
yeah.
And they
No,
play the Browns. So
heck, I mean, we got Minnesota this week. I mean, in Minnesota. So, I mean, we'll talk about that game later, but I'm actually
mhm.
surprised how our defense has been playing. Yes, there's been some drives where it's like, dude, what are you doing? But bro, they got four picks on on the season already, like two picks in both games. Trey Hendrickson's been getting after. Look, you pay the man and look at how he plays. I mean, y'all gonna be stupid if you don't pay him next year. That's just that should be next year's goal is to lock down Trey Hendrickson for another 4 years.
Mhm.
That should be the goal for the offseason. Besides getting better guards. You just signed Ted Karras, so he's staying. Um, you have Orlando Brown. He's kind of on a decline. Don't get me wrong, he's been decent, but the last when Burrow was in there, he gave up a couple sacks. Um, and our guard position is just trash. Both sides. I don't know what it is. Dalton Risner, hey, the block got away from him, and that's what got Burrow hurt. Not saying it's his fault, but they need a better offensive line. That's just me. You got Mims that, you're going to keep Mims because you're developing him. He's been with us since, we drafted him, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. So, I mean, you got to get better guards. Burrow's going to be another Andrew Luck, and it's terrible. Fucking terrible.
He said Andrew Luck.
Oh, hey, I'm glad for him. He's over back at Stanford doing his thing.
Yeah, wilding out on the sideline.
Hey, I mean, at least he ain't doing a whole Tom Brady where he's actually sitting in the in the coach's box with the headset.
I mean, yeah. I wish the Chargers. Whew.
Oh,
Mm,
that's Chargers are looking deadly. Give them another couple weeks, and yeah, they're gonna be on it. But anyways, let's switch it over to college real quick. And last week I didn't do good. I only had two college bets going on last week, and Duke and I forget the other one, but Duke, yeah, Duke lost, so that kind of ruined both bets.
yeah. I just had two teams that didn't cover. That was it. Everything else was good. Which I mean, I was like, I wasn't too worried.
Mm, it happens. Um,
Hmm.
we're gonna start off this week with the very first game. Number 17, Texas Tech, and visiting number 16, Utah. Utah's a 3.5 point favorite. And I mean, to me, I think Texas Tech is a better team. 3.5. I don't know. I think Tech covers that. Tech's offense they're up there. They're probably one of the best in the country. And I mean that
Oh,
defense is
easily.
yeah, and defense hasn't been giving up very much. Defense has been pretty solid this year. So for this game, I'm gonna go Texas Tech plus 3.5. Because if Utah does win, it's only gonna be by a field goal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take Utah only because Utah's home. Texas Tech. I mean, that's the highest, even last year, the highest scoring offense in the nation. The Utah's defense. I think they're pretty much overly, like not overly, but they're same, evenly matched. But Utah's defense is just a little bit better, I think. So that's what I'm taking Utah. I think they'll probably win by a field goal. It'll be some close shit. It ain't gonna be no like crazy blowout or anything.
No,
It's gonna be a close game, whatever. I know
yeah.
that for a fact.
We've actually got some very, very close spreads. Are you taking in money line?
Yeah, it's just money line.
Okay.
Utah.
Um, yeah, we've got one, two, three, four, at least four games that are decided by less than a touchdown. I mean,
Mhm.
you can count Miami, Florida because they're 7.5, but for the most part, it should be a pretty good weekend. Um, Next game we have UAB visiting Tennessee, and I forgot to write down what number Tennessee is, but Tennessee's a 39 and a
15.
half point favorite. So,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows me, 40 points is way too much. I don't care if it's college or not. Um,
Mhm.
I mean, don't get me, UAB isn't very good. They're not going to be able to keep up with Tennessee. But again, 40 points. You scoring 30 points in the first half. That's it's a very good possibility. Um, but for me, I'm gonna go UAB plus 42.
Yeah, I'm taking Tennessee 39. Only because I watched them lose to Charlotte and UConn last year. I cannot mess with UAB. That's when I was like, are they good? No, they're playing UConn. They lost. They playing Charlotte. They lost. I was like, nah, I can't mess with y'all. So I can't. Yeah, you lose to teams like that. going against Tennessee, and Tennessee's got to make up for the fourth long lead against Georgia and losing again. So, yeah, they got to make up for that.
All right, you talked me
I mean,
into
in
it.
their own right for their ranking. So,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
I'll take the
trading.
39.
I'm gonna take Tennessee 38. Yeah, I'm changing it. You said they lost to UConn and Charlotte. Done. Done. Um, Next up we have Oregon State taking on Oregon. Oregon's a 34.5 point favorite. Bro, you could put this one at 40 and not take it.
Yeah,
Like,
take it at 34. They just
yeah.
got smashed. They just got beat by Texas Tech by 42 or 40. What is it? 41. So yeah, I'm definitely taking that.
I'm gonna take Oregon at 32. I see it. I mean, Oregon, I honestly to me, Oregon's the number one team in the league. Like, I don't see anybody stopping Oregon right now. Ohio State, possibly, but I don't think they play each other this year. And if they do play, it's gonna be in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Um, Next game we have Kent State visiting number seven Florida State. Florida State is a 44.5 point favorite. I mean, the- this is a give me. I am just worried that Florida State is not going to be able to cover.
Yeah, I'm taking a 44. Kent State's like one of those things I picked on like year after year after year. They actually just broke their streak they had, losing 21 games in a row. And then they went and lost by 48 to Texas Tech again. So yeah, I gotta take Florida State on this.
At
They're
four,
a team, a lot of people blow them out by 40, 50 points every week.
mm, see, see, why are you getting me to flip on two already in the first four?
Well, that's Kent State, man. Only thing
Uh,
that good that came out of Kent State was James Harrison, and shit, he don't even play. He claims his high school. He doesn't claim them really that much.
well, I mean, when you lose that many games, I mean, well, hell, give me Florida minus 40 because I don't like doing. And you're going minus 44 with Florida State. It's gonna be that's gonna be a good one. No, that one's gonna be a blowout. Um, this next game I think is gonna be the game of the week, honestly. This is just my opinion. We have number 22 Auburn visiting number 11 Oklahoma, and Oklahoma is a 6.5 point favorite. Um, I think that's too much. I'm gonna do Auburn plus 7.5. I'm probably gonna take Auburn money line on a different parlay. I probably won't put his, you know what I mean? I'll have a couple bets going. But yeah, I'm gonna take Auburn plus 7.5. I think if Auburn can consistently run the ball like they have been, they should be able to keep this offense off the field, and they should be able to cover, if not win it.
Yeah, I'm just going with Oklahoma money line just because Auburn has great recruits. Oklahoma is crazy at home, and that's the thing. That's gonna be, I think, the deciding factor. It'll be a close game, but Oklahoma at home is overwhelming for most people.
Yeah,
And I want to,
it
yeah,
it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be the best offense that the defense has played and the best defense that the offense has played. Like Auburn's run defense is okay. I mean, they're not bad. They're pretty good. They're just inconsistent. If they can just, stay consistent, they'll be pretty good. but it's going to be the best defense that they faced. And if they can't at least keep a close game with Oklahoma, I mean, didn't I want to say, oh, what did he say? What did my mind just went blank. Alabama head coach, old head coach.
Nick Saban.
Yes, Nick Saban said that I believe you want to lose close games if you're gonna play, or it's worse to lose close games than it is to barely cover a win to a no name team. I believe that's what he said. So I mean, to me, if Auburn can play pretty good and stay close with Oklahoma, they're gonna stay in the top 25.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Next game we have Tulane taking on number 13 Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a 11 and a half point favorite. Um, this one I take Ole Miss at 10 and I mean 9.5 to be safe, but that's just me.
Yeah. If I could take it at 9.5, I would, but also uh whew, I would take Old Miss at 13 just because Tulane they just played South Alabama and they had it. You know, they had the spread covered. They had everything covered into the fourth quarter, and they gave up 17 points like that. Barely won. Old Miss ain't gonna play that game well. They're gonna go after them the whole time. So I'll take the 13.5. I don't care. And that's
Oh.
because they blew me up. They blew my shit up the other like 2 weeks ago. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Old Miss 13.5.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good game. Before we get to our next game, don't forget to like, follow, and share. Find us on Facebook and YouTube at Athletic Arena Podcast. And if y'all want to donate to the stream, Cash App at Athletic Arena Podcast. Next game, very close game. This next one, you got number 21 Michigan taking on Nebraska at home, and Michigan is a 2.5 point favorite. Michigan is also, is it Michigan? No, that's Notre Dame I was thinking of. That's the next game. But yeah, Michigan just isn't looking like Michigan, really. Um, Nebraska's actually playing pretty good, and we're gonna see what Matt Rule can cook up against this, Michigan team. It's hard to win whenever, you don't have the other person's plays. But um, I'm gonna take Nebraska to cover 5.5, just because Nebraska's been playing pretty decent this year.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take Michigan money line. Uh, I think Michigan's more battle tested, and yeah, I mean they only have one loss. That was Oklahoma, but other than that, yeah, they still. I don't see. Uh, I don't think Nebraska will win. That's all.
No, I don't think they'll. I don't think they'll win. I think they'll keep it close. I mean, the only reason I say that is because last weekend, I mean, hell, Michigan was fighting their own team on the sideline, like they couldn't get anything going. They had opportunity after opportunity to win the game, and they blew it. But let's move on to the next one. Um, and this is I see this hard to believe. Like Purdue at number 24, Notre Dame. How are you 0-2 and you're number 24? You have teams that are undefeated this weekend.
They're not ranked, and you're 0-2.
Yes, I mean, don't get me wrong, they were very close games, but at the same time, you can't be
They're
0 and
fair.
2. and be in the
Yeah.
top 25. You just can't. Like I just don't see how the committee allowed this one to be 24. But even with that said, you know, they haven't won yet, and they're still a 26.5 point favorite against Purdue. Is this the week that Notre Dame covers the spread and wins?
Mhm.
I'm gonna take Notre Dame money line. Um, I don't think they'll cover.
Yeah, with me, I can't take a team that's 0-2 going against a team 2-0. Well, no, 1-1, my fault.
Yeah.
Seriously. So whether they're close games or not, I mean, they had it against in pretty much both games. They really blew the lead in the fourth quarter.
Hmm.
So with that, I'm taking the spread 28.5 Purdue.
That's not a bad bet. Um, Next game we have Temple visiting number 18 Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech is a 23.5 point favorite. Georgia Tech is they're playing their tails off this year. You know, they've got a decent squad. I hate to see what they turn into, you know, 4 or 5 weeks from right now if they can stay healthy. But I'm gonna take Georgia Tech minus 21.5.
Hmm. Same. Like when they started, playing Clemson before the game even started, they had an update. It was like, oh, upset alert before the game even started. And I was like, hmm. I was like, they might get him. And it's because that dude, he's a monster, bro. He runs in, he's that dude King they got at quarterback is a monster.
Yeah,
And then once they get it to either that running back or that wide receiver, they can take off like it's nothing.
yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then
I'll usually take that.
and then
I'll
what
take the
I
spread of Georgia Tech.
and then what I like is they run the fire drill, with what, 17 seconds left. Ran off the field, got the kicking team on, kicked the field goal to win it with no time left on the clock. Like didn't rush it, didn't
Yeah,
have it.
it looked routine and smooth. That was the best part.
That's good coaching.
Yeah.
When it's week 3 and they're being able to run it that smoothly, y'all better watch out for Georgia Tech. Next game, we have South Carolina visiting number 23 Missouri, and Missouri is an 11.5 point favorite. Um, South Carolina, their defense isn't as good as they were, and usually when I say that, the next week the defense comes out and they ball out. Um, but I think South Carolina is going to keep it closer than 11.5. So I'm going to bump this up 2 points. So I'm going to go South Carolina plus 13.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go just Missouri money line, and that's only because I still see Missouri winning, but also they're not sure Sellers is gonna play. So with that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, usually when I bet for Mizzou, I lose. So I'm not betting for them this time. I'm gonna, I mean, if they win, cool, they win, but
Yeah.
just don't win by 2 touchdowns. That's all I ask. Um, Next game we have Florida visiting number 4 Miami. Miami is a 7.5 point favorite, and I mean Miami's playing great ball right now. Is it going to be Miami of past when they start getting into the top 5, top 10, top 5, top 3 possibly, and they blow it that week? I don't see it, but I'm going to take Miami money line on this one, even if it is a minus 340.
Hmm. Uh, Miami just well, I'm gonna say destroyed, but they easily handled USF, who beat Florida. Um,
Yes.
like it looked easy. So with that, I'm going with the 6.5. Miami.
Cool. And then next game, which is a really, I think is going to be, it's kind of a rivalry because both teams right next to each other. Illinois, number 9 Illinois visiting number 19 Indiana, and bro, Indiana put a butt whooping on last week. They took them boys back to school and showed them how to play some football. Indiana is a 5.5 point favorite, and to me, I mean, I'm comfortable with that. I think Indiana can win by a touchdown. I'm gonna take them at 5.5.
Yeah. I mean, for me, easiest thing because it's gonna be so close. I think just because of like Illinois is they played, I guess you can say they played harder teams. So I'm taking Illinois plus
Plus five and a
plus
half.
no plus 3.5.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a field
Oh
goal
yeah,
game?
definitely. Definitely.
That's that's gonna be pretty close. And then how about everybody's next Cinderella story from last year? You got Georgia State visiting the undefeated Vanderbilt, which is number 20 this week. They are a 26.5 point favorite at home. Georgia State usually gets their butt whooped. They usually take an ass whooping. Um, to me, I'm gonna take Vanderbilt minus 23 and a half if I can get it at 23 and a half.
Mm, yeah. Um Vandy's coming off where they blew out, were pretty much locked up, South Carolina, and they pretty much knocked out Sellers. And Georgia State doesn't have a Sellers or a Nick Harbor, so Vanderbilt 27.5.
Dang, bumping it up. Next game, there's no spread on this one. It's Southeastern Louisiana at LSU. Now, just remember on this one, it will come out the night before, if not 2 nights before. It might come out Thursday night. If not, it'll come out Friday.
Yeah, it'll probably be like 48-50.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I'm comfortable at 30 and a half. I mean, it's southern eastern Louisiana. Hell, Bobby Boucher went there. Like that's what this game is. The original Mud Dogs again without Bobby Boucher against LSU. Like to me, I'm comfortable with the 30 with 28 to 32 points. That's where I'm comfortable with the spread. If it's more, it's more. I mean, everybody knows FanDuel. You can go ahead and get on there and do it. Pick your own spread.
Mhm.
Um, Next game after that, we have Sam Houston visiting number 8 Texas. And this spread to me is just ridiculous. How is Texas a 40.5 point favorite? Archie, I think a lot of people jumped on Archie just because who his family is. And I think that pressure is getting to him. Don't get me wrong, he can run the ball, he can run an offense, but he's missing wide open throws, easy throws. He's throwing it behind the receiver, behind the tight end. He's just not there. So to me, I'm going to take Sam Houston plus 42 and a half.
Yep, same here. I got to go with the pattern of a team. They really haven't covered any. You got to think about it. Last week they played UTEP, and he realistically got extremely outplayed by UTEP's quarterback. UTEP's quarterback was going against a great defense in Texas. Archie was going against a mediocre defense in UTEP and still got outplayed. I got to take Sam Houston with the points.
You going 40 and a half or 42
42.
and a half?
Yep. I see they probably went by 20 something. just like they did Utah. So,
I see maybe 28 again, 28-32 is what I see. Um, and our last game of the week, we have Michigan State visiting number 25 USC. And how long has it been since USC's been in the top 25?
mm,
Caleb
they were
Williams?
last year. They
They
were
were,
last year until they lost to Michigan, I think, and then that was it.
yeah, and they haven't been back. And USC, I mean, they should win this game. They should. I do see 15 and a half here. Um, I don't see Michigan State being I mean, money line is the safest bet on this one, but it's probably going to be like minus 1,000. So I'm going to take USC minus 15 and a half.
Yeah. Um, with USC scoring ability, Michigan State, they're not the Michigan State. I guess you could say they used to be. Ever since Kenneth Walker left, that was they've been pretty much nothing. But just because of how things are, I'm gonna go with USC money line. I'm not gonna mess around. Seems like that'll blow my parlay, so I'm just gonna take the money line on that one.
Don't you hate it when that happens? And I think I see it, and there's people out there that say, stop betting parlays, stop betting parlays. Don't bet parlays. Parlays are for suckers. You can call it what you want it, but we hit our parlays. We might be one off sometimes, but
Yeah.
we hit. It happens. Um, let's go ahead and transfer back over to NFL. Um, yes, great week. It's been a great season, except for the injury bug has bitten what since like the second snap of the season, first snap of the season for some players.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of injuries. Um, but with that being said, let's jump right into it. Thursday night football. We got Miami visiting Buffalo. Of course, Buffalo's a 12 and a half point favorite. I mean, yeah, Buffalo's good, but this is going to be a conference game. So I see this one closer. I mean, Miami did make it a better second half last week, but Buffalo's just being Buffalo. And I mean, I see Buffalo winning by 10 here. I'm gonna take a minus 9.5. And we're not,
Thank
dude. Dude, I'm not doing bad. Are you doing the pigskin pick 'em on ESPN Fantasy?
you. Yeah. Doing all that stuff.
I
Between
think,
that and then everything like straight down the line, like how I'm doing it, it's the same way I'm putting it in. But yeah,
yeah. So,
Bills 9.5. Pat's offense is like whatever, but their Pat's offense was like whatever, and they beat the Dolphins. The Dolphins, their
mhm.
defense is I don't know what's going on.
That's what
Yeah,
happens when you get rid of your best pass rusher.
yeah. So hey, it is what it is. Hey, I don't see them stopping the Bills, and the Bills have been steamrolling.
Everybody.
Exactly. So I'm taking the Bills 9.5 also, like perfectly.
So, do you see Tyreek Hill getting traded after this game?
Probably not. I don't think nobody's gonna take that risk on that much money. And he still got that, I guess, that thing looming about domestic violence. So I don't think they're going to take a chance with that.
I know somebody that will right now.
So,
The Chiefs.
yeah, yeah.
And they got the money. But yeah, in the pigskin pick'em, I'm 24-8 this year. Last year I was terrible.
Mm.
So I'm doing all right. Um, let's move over to or Sunday's morning games, the early games. We have Green Bay visiting Cleveland, and Green Bay is a 7.5 point favorite, and Green Bay's just rolling right now. Jordan Love is looking like an MVP player this year. You know, they did lose Jordan Reed for a couple of weeks, but I think they're going to be fine. And I mean, I still think that this Cleveland's Cleveland and Green Bay's offense is still going to be able to move. Um,
People, I guess when people hear Cleveland's Cleveland, everybody says that. I guess because they're in our division, we know like Cleveland's Cleveland, like you know.
yes. Yeah. I mean, we see them twice a year. I mean, don't get me wrong, they'll usually kick the dog shit out of the Bengals, but I mean, hell, look what Miles Garrett does to Joe Burrow every time they play. There's something about Miles Garrett and TJ Watt when the Bengals play them, they go off.
Yeah,
Like, I just don't see it. But I mean, back to the Green Bay game. Um, you got Micah Parsons coming in. He's doing decent, especially getting to the quarterback. Um, he's doing a bit better on the run. He still needs to be able to make a tackle every once in a while. I do see Green Bay winning this game, but I'm gonna bump this down to 5.5. If I can
Mm,
get it closer to 3.5, I'd be more comfortable, but give me 5.5 for Green Bay.
yeah. I'm going 9.5 with Green Bay. That shell defense and taking away hot reads, and then I don't know what they're going to be able to do. So
It's gonna,
um, I'm trying to figure out why it's only 7.5 though. And they just beat Washington, who's a way better team than Cleveland, and Cleveland just got blown out by the Ravens. So yeah, I'm
I
definitely
mean,
taking 9.5.
I mean, I see it, but I mean, you know me, comfortable bets, 7.5, 7 points, in the NFL. Hell, I did, what was it? The past 2 weeks, I've done every game by the spread of 2.5 points for a winner. I mean, it's some, they got to win by field goals at least. And bro, some of these games have been at least once a week, 1 point games, 2 point games, and they've been close. Um, with that being said, let's move on to the next game. We have Indianapolis taking on Tennessee. Tennessee's at home, and Indy's a 3.5 point favorite. Somebody in my fantasy league said Daniel Jones for MVP. Mm, Slow
He's
your
second in passing. I mean,
slow your roll.
yeah,
It
he's second in passing right now. I mean,
it's
yeah.
week 2. Nobody's really seen the offense. I mean, don't get me wrong. The only reason Indianapolis won was because of some bullshit leverage call.
In which
And
I'll be like, God damn.
bro, I was like, I rewatched it and I'm like, how the fuck is that leverage? How?
He
Like,
I think he pulled up on he just jumped. He just put his hands down. He didn't leverage, he just put his hands there and jumped, and then they called leverage. And I'm like,
yep,
oh, that kind of sucks.
yep, yep. But I
But
mean, Tennessee's, I don't, I, Tennessee's still in that rebuild year. They're still trying to figure out what they have and what they got. Um, Indianapolis has the better defense here. Um, I'm gonna take Indy money line on this one.
yeah, same. Cam Ward, Tony Pollard are the only bright spots. And the rest is just horrible. Cam Ward makes crazy throws and it's either drops or just I don't know. But yeah,
Hmm.
Colts money line is an easy bet.
It always happens,
If it's close, you can't beat that.
right? Next game we have Cincinnati visiting Minnesota. Minnesota's a 2.5 point favorite, and this is the battle of the backups. Jake Browning versus Carson Wentz. Um, like I said earlier, Cincinnati's defense has gotten better. They still have their moments where you're like, "What the hell are you doing? Make a tackle!" But they're getting the ball. They're taking the ball away. They're getting the ball back to the offense and trying to get it back in for everybody. Um, I'm gonna take Cincinnati plus 3.5.
Yeah, yes, I got more weapons with Cincinnati. Aaron Jones is hurt. I don't see Carson Wentz getting it going with what he has. Maybe, possibly, but I don't see it. I'm going Bengals money line.
Money line.
Hmm.
Wow. Next game we have your Pittsburgh Steelers visiting New England, and Pittsburgh is a 1.5 point favorite here. Um, with the way Aaron Rodgers played last week, I hope he bounces back because that's my backup in fantasy, and I need him to do good. Um, but New England's killing it. They're doing pretty good this year. Um, I'm gonna go New England money line here.
Hmm. I'm playing it safe. And I know I'll be good with it. So with that being said, I'm taking the Pats 7.5 because right now the Steelers have the best defense in the NFL on
You
paper.
you said plus
Only
seven and a
on
half
paper.
for the Pats.
Yeah. Uh, as far as big names on paper, we got the best defense. But instead, we got the fourth worst defense in the NFL, giving up 395 yards a game offensively. And with yeah, everything going on, Jalen Ramsey, he's actually getting burnt and cooked. Darius Slay's getting cooked. Everybody's getting lit up. The person which is crazy that's not getting burnt like that is Joey Porter. And, well, I don't. Well, yeah. So with
He
that being said, Pat
he's
7.5. In
Joey
my other
Porter.
one though, I would say yeah.
Yeah, Joey Porter, he's the youngest cornerback they got, and he's their best player. Like keep keep doing what he's doing, but I don't know. And I've been telling everybody too, Jalen Ramsey gets burnt on a 9 route and can't cover it. He can against receivers that aren't that good, but you put him up against Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, CD Lamb, guys like that, it's not gonna happen. Like he's gonna get burnt. Hell, he can even get burnt. He even hell in the Super Bowl. How many times did T. Higgins burn him? I mean, he got burnt on the final play by Jamar Chase. If Burrow would have had a half second longer,
That have been game.
Bengals win with a walk off. I mean, it's crazy to think about that that was 3 years ago, but still, they're right there. They're in their prime. They just got to be able to keep Burrow healthy. But let's move on to the next game. Next game, we have the LA Rams visiting the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles are 3.5 point favorite. I mean, this Rams team is, they're going to play hard every game and they're going to keep it close. Um, Philly, they're the defending champs right now. Like, you got to be able to beat them. Who's going to be able to knock them off? I don't see the Rams being able to do it. I do see this one as a close game, so I'm going to take the Rams plus 5.5 on this one.
Hmm. Yeah. The Eagles have played Cowboys, they battle tested. They played the Chiefs. They won. I mean, they find a way to win. I got to go with the Eagles money line.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. Which on their schedule right now, who's the team that's going to beat them first? The Chiefs are 0-2. I mean, Chiefs got the Giants this week, and hell, Giants might be able to beat them.
Nah.
But we'll get to that game later. Next game we have the Jets visiting the Buccaneers. Uh, Bucks are a 6.5 point favorite. I could see the Bucks winning by 6.5. I'm comfortable with that. So that's what I'm going to take. And I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
going Tampa Bay.
Did you say
only
money?
because yeah,
Hmm.
only because I don't know what's gonna happen, and Justin Fields is uncertain right now. They're talking about going with Tyrod Taylor, but Bucks they've found a way to win both weeks, just like the Eagles. So
Yeah. If Justin Fields is playing, I'd change mine to money line. But if he's not playing, then I'm comfortable with them at 6.5.
yeah,
I mean, it's just Justin Fields is a better mobile quarterback and can get around and make shit happen. And don't get me wrong, Tampa Bay's got a good defense, but I still see, like you said, Tampa Bay's been finding ways to win, and that's what you got to do in this league. Find a way to win. Next game we have the Las Vegas Raiders visiting the Washington Commanders. Washington is a 3.5 point favorite. I mean, I'm gonna drop this one down to 2.5 because I don't know if Jaden Daniels gonna play this week. Hell, I wouldn't even know right now if you asked me who their backup is. But they do have a better offense than the Raiders and a better defense.
I don't even know who their backup. I'm sitting there trying to think. I said, I just no, I don't know who their backup is.
I'm gonna go Washington
Yeah,
money line.
mm, I'm gonna go
Ju-
Raiders.
Just because I
Raiders
don't
plus
know.
7. Just because I don't know if he's gonna play. I mean, if he does play, I mean, we've seen what happened to RG3 in the same situation where his knee got it was kind of same thing, and he ended up that ruined him. So if I was him, I would like say, hey, go ahead, chill out, rest. Hey, we can take this loss. They just lost Austin Eckler also. He's done probably for shit. It might be career ending, depending. But yeah, I got Raiders plus 7.5.
Marcus Mariota is the backup.
Mm, yeah, it's definitely plus 7.5. I probably eat those, but I might eat those words, but yeah, I'll stay Raiders 7.5. That'll still be safe.
That- I mean, he makes his mistakes, but I mean, he's got some weapons. He got uh what's his name? I forget his name. McCall is not McCollum. Commanders,
McClung,
yeah, they got McLaurin,
Debo,
Debo, and then they got not Bijan Bryan. No, they just traded him. What's
yeah,
that? What's that rookie's name?
fucking Hewitt something.
Yeah, that they got him. I mean, I see they can run the ball. They got a good offensive line too. I could see Washington pulling that one out. Next game we have Atlanta visiting Carolina. Atlanta is a 5.5 point favorite. I mean, again, this is one of those conference games, or division games, whatever you want to call it. Um, these are usually close, but I believe Bryce Young is on the injury report. I'm not sure.
Mm,
I gotta look that one up. Don't quote me, but I'm gonna take Atlanta money line on this one.
yeah, I'm taking the Falcons minus 6.5. The Vikings, how they fucking locked up the Vikings. Like I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like they were getting after everything. So yeah, I'm definitely taking the Falcons 6.5.
Okay.
Bryce Young went for 335 against the Cardinals, but that's the Cardinals. They're like, I don't know. They're actually 2-0 with a bad like they should have been blowing out teams, in which I'll get with them later. They should have been blowing out the two teams they played and they didn't. So yeah.
It happens. Next game we have Houston taking on Jacksonville, and I don't see this. How is Jacksonville a 1.5 point favorite?
I don't know.
They haven't been able to win this year, and they're a 1.5 point favorite just because they're at home.
I don't know. I don't get that one. Only because I think the Texans lost 2 games, close games though. But I mean, Brian Thomas is hurt, so I don't. I'm taking Texans. So
Yeah, I'm gonna take Texans plus 3.5.
yeah, I'm taking Texas money line.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they kind of blew it in that fourth quarter, but I mean, it was still a close game. Um, Next game we have Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Again, another divisional game. Chargers are a 2.5 point favorite. And I mean, everybody said that, you know, this defense was going to be the best defense in the league coming into it. And they didn't look very good last week. And you got a red hot Chargers team coming in. To me, bump this up. Give me Chargers minus 4.5. They're going to win by a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers money line. The Broncos, even though they were in a great fight with the Colts, they were in a extremely close fight with the Titans, who they shouldn't have been in. Because a few completed passes out of the 9 drops, Broncos lose that game.
Yeah.
So I'm taking the Chargers money line.
Yep. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints visiting Seattle. And the Saints are a 7.5 point dog. I'm just gonna take Seattle money line on this one.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm taking Seattle minus 9.5. The Saints are the Saints. I'm not saying it like that, but Seattle has a great defense. They forced 2 turnovers on Brock Purdy, 2 turnovers on Aaron Rodgers. With was it Spencer Rattler? I think he's as a starter right now. He's 0-9 as a starter.
Hmm.
So with all his mistakes and turnovers, I don't see them even coming close. It
Yep.
might be worse than what it is. So I'm
Yeah.
taking 9.5.
Yeah. And this one, another game where I'm like, what? What does Vegas know? Makes me wonder. Dallas visiting Chicago. Chicago's a 1.5 point favorite. How? Who gets hurt tell me who gets hurt in this game where Chicago turns into a 1.5 point favorite.
I don't
I,
know.
I'm taking Dallas money line.
Just money line?
I'm
You better
taking
than
them.
me.
I'm taking them just money line. They're gonna win.
I'm taking Cowboys minus 2.5. With the addition of Jadeveon Clowney, who they just signed right after the game, really like 25 minutes after the game they signed him. Without Clowney, they already had pretty much a crazy pass rush. Without Mekhi Pfeiffer, imagine that.
Yes.
Only thing was they got the more pressures than almost any other team except one team, but they weren't finishing off the sacks. Like they had Jalen Hurts the first week. He didn't have that many completions because he had to run it. Like he was breaking out of the pocket, but they were
Mm-hmm.
pressing it. With Kalen, he's not like so. It's so many passes. If you look at his games, that's like wide open. The one against the Vikings, the one against like the Lions. You see how bad it is. It's him. And
Mm-hmm.
people are even saying it. It's not the Bears having a problem. They're saying they're having a Caleb Williams problem now. Because if you look at it, if there's people open and he's not throwing it or he's not hitting them accurately. So I'm taking the Cowboys minus 2.5.
Oh, you're a minus 2.5. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. And I think honestly, I think we're the only ones that are saying that the Cowboys actually have a better pass rush without Mekhi Pfeiffer. Everybody else, all the experts are saying they need a pass rush. They need a pass rush. They don't have a pass rush.
Mm. Well, I mean, week one, there were 5 teams that had a pressure rate over 40%. It was Steelers, Cowboys, Falcons, Commanders, Broncos. The only 5 teams.
There you go. Next game we have Arizona visiting San Francisco. San Francisco is still a 1.5 point favorite here. even without Brock Purdy, even without George Kittle. Um, I do see. I'm going money line San Francisco. I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah.
I hope they
Um,
lose, but just so I can talk crap to Zippy. But
Zippy.
boy, that boy crazy. He started messaging me week one out of nowhere, bro. And I'm like, who the hell are you? And where have you been? Like, I ain't heard from you for 7, 8 months.
I talked to him last night. He's funny.
Oh my jeez, bro. That boy's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's Zippy is.
He
Oh man, I
he
love Zippy. He's one of the
he
craziest people in the world.
bro,
100%.
he tells me because I went shark cage diving. He tells me he's all grab it by its fin and cut it off. He's all then take it down to Zippy's restaurant and they'll show you how to cook it because there's really a restaurant down there called Zippy's Restaurant.
Fucking Zippy.
And dude, it's hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I was telling Maria, and Maria couldn't stop laughing. She's like, "You better stop picking on my nephew." Like it was hilarious, bro. Oh, back to the games. Which game are you going, or which way are you going on this one?
For 49ers, mainly because the Cardinals, I mean, they're 2-0, but what kind of 2-0 team are they? They played what? The Saints and the Panthers? Pretty
Right?
much, in my opinion, the worst two teams in the league. Um, yeah, and they barely won those games. So I have to go with 49ers money line. I do not see them. It's something with their defense, apparently, that it's not there.
Uh, and then for our Sunday night game, we have the Chiefs taking on the Giants. The Chiefs are 5.5 point favorite. I believe both teams
Are on
haven't.
two.
Yeah, they're both 0-2. Give me the Chiefs money line. I don't trust the spread. I don't trust the Chiefs right now, but to be on the safe side,
What's the spread?
5.5,
Okay.
according to ESPN Bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't trust the Giants. I don't trust Russell Wilson.
Oh, 100%. I mean, it's like polar opposites. So he's number one in passing, like in the league right now. He's leading the league in passing yards. But his defense is also last.
In the
So
league.
yeah, they're last in the league.
Yeah.
I see the Chiefs blowing that wide open, and I don't see them getting all that. Like the Eagles couldn't get all that. I don't see the Giants getting all that. So that offensive explosion, I see that getting cut down greatly. I'll take that 6.5 for the Chiefs.
And before we get to our last game, don't forget to hit the like, follow, and share button. Find us on Facebook and on YouTube.
Mm,
If y'all want to donate to the stream, it's Cash App only at Athletic Arena Podcast. You'll see the logo. Um, and for our last game of the week, we have Detroit visiting Baltimore. Baltimore is a 4.5 point favorite. And right now, well, as of last week, both these offenses were on fire. They both blew out the teams they played and they made it look ugly. I don't see 4.5 here. I see it more being a field goal for whichever team that wins, because this is a toss up. This is a -110 both ways. Like that's just me. I don't see how it's a 4.5 point game because, like you said, Baltimore's secondary is trash, and then you got Detroit coming in at possibly the second best wide receiver core in the league, top three at least.
mhm.
And I mean, and that's up there with, of course, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and then, you know, Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, Tyreek, Jalen Waddle. I mean, there's a bunch of different teams that have good receivers, but Detroit's up there. Amon-Ra and James Williams, they can they can just break off plays quick. Um, for me, I'm gonna take Detroit. I need Baltimore to have another loss on the record. Actually, I'm gonna take Detroit plus 6.5.
Yeah, I'm going Detroit 7.5. Um, they're just like us. I think a little bit worse as far as secondary because they have big names too on defense, but they've given up more pass yards than almost everybody else except the Giants. You know, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Hey,
Um, so it can go either way. For me, I think this is probably the game of the week anyway. I think it'll be like an extremely
close game.
probably yeah, it'll be a close game, but it might be high scoring. But I still see it being close. So the line's 7.5.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than everybody else thinks. But I mean, we'll see. And I think that's gonna do it. Again, gamble responsibly. Don't be betting your houses. Don't be betting your cars. Don't be beating your wife. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Have a good one.